So it's practically putting two cards just into one, so you can play them in one turn.
So like a buff and then the rampage.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that kind of seems
So
right.
instead of the rampage just being given to a damaged unit, you're getting rampage for that turn and +1 attack.
Alright. Well said. Yeah, I don't know if you'll see this card being played often in rank, but who knows. Alright, moving on to Wind Mage. He used to be the Ice Weaver. He's got significant changes. He's a mage card, another one of the archetypes you will be seeing. Mage. You'll probably find a lot of cards that you thought used magic, including Pyromancer, Sorcerer, of course the Ice Weaver. Cards like that will be put into the Mage category. But anyway, let's talk about Mage for a minute. He is 4 gold. He's an epic, so he will be a bit difficult to get. When played, knock all other targets 2 spaces away from your side. So it's sort of like a defensive unit. He's got 3 range, 2 movement, 1 attack, 2 health. Not really sure what will become of this card. I like its potential. It's moving potential. That kind of goes with the Hall of Winds that we have. You could definitely annoy people with pushing a lot of guys back from your area. I know that's annoying when I play against decks like that. But anyway, let's keep going here. Aeroth, I think it may...
Aeroth used to give, when played, any Ice Drake on the field gained knockback.
Or any Drake, I thought.
I thought it was, well, yeah, any Drake gained knockback.
Okay. So that's definitely interesting. His stats, I think, have been changed to 3-5. He's a 5. He's still legendary, though, so, and he's from AOD, so if you have him, I think he'll transfer over. Shouldn't be a problem. Moving on to Minotaur Strike, another focus spell. A lot of focus spells are actually from the Vikings, so that's definitely interesting to see. Anyway, moving on to the card itself. It's a 5 gold spell. Deal 7 damage, and if you have a Minotaur, deal 1 more. Now, once you get to the neutral zone, I'll show you what the Minotaur is. It is an actual unit. You will be getting to use a Minotaur, but I think this card operates like a weaker battering ram, in my opinion. I mean, you're dealing 7 damage, and then additionally for things in the area. Wouldn't you agree, Chase, on that?
Well, wasn't it originally a +5?
I think it was a +5 and a knockback, but now they're focusing this card towards Minotaur now that we actually have it in game. Alright, so moving on. Ragnar, he has been significantly changed. He's still a legendary, though. He's, I guess, from Monster Island at that point. He still has his lightning, but it's been reduced to 1. He's now a 5 gold, 1 attack, 8 health unit. It also has a new mechanic that you might be seeing a little bit more, and I actually have a deck focused around this set mechanic, and I'll show you how this works. Greed. Activate this ability each time you gain 1 gold. Does not apply to the standard gold gain at the turn beginning. So cards like Merchant's Favor, Merchant's Estate, Dragon's Hoard, things that you get more gold from, it will affect this card. And for this said card, it's going to gain +1 attack. So you'll see him gain increase equal to how much gold you pull in, which is definitely interesting. Moving on, Winds of Nord. It's really not much to say about this. This card is still the same as before, but its movement is now 1 space towards your side. I don't know if it's changed from 5 gold. I don't remember entirely. But it's sort of the same card. Ludicrous Strength. Chase, I'll let you take this one.
Well, originally, wasn't it a +2?
Yeah, this used to be a 1 costing spell.
Like, yeah.
Now look at it. It's
Fist of Strength, I think it was.
Yeah, Burst of Strength.
Burst of Strength. That was a pretty good card for stacking up for a final blow.
Yeah, but now look at us. Look at this. It's a 7 gold 7/7. I mean, that's
But
kind of
it's only for a melee unit.
yeah, of course.
That's the only downside.
But even though it's
But it's
not,
also 7 gold.
yeah. So
So
you
for
take
7 gold, you could be putting out another legendary, or you could do this.
Yeah.
It all depends on the kind of deck you're on.
All right, now we're gonna get into the change of Brynjolf. Now, you may have seen this if you've played single player. You've seen some cards leaked into the AI. This is one of them. If you face the Viking deck, you'll find the Rune Warrior. It used to be Brynjolf. Now a 6/7 unit, 3 movement, and it's got Rampage. If you've seen this card in action already, there's no need to explain it again. Kind of a simple card, in my opinion. I think it sort of is like the Barbarian, I think. Alright. Now, moving on to Master at Arms. This card has been significantly changed. Significantly. It's still a rare. It's still from AOD. It will transfer over. But its ability, its stats, its cost have all been changed, including an 8 gold cost, a 5/9 stat, and its ability. When played, gains 4 attack through your next turn. Now, I don't know if that attack keeps stacking, but it definitely, I think, has been in response to the outcry of the Rat deck. I know there's a combo out there involving Shockwave, Master at Arms, and Rats. I don't know if this is a change just to eliminate that, or if it's for something bigger. Alright, Fenrir. There has been no card art released for this as of now. So I can't really, we're going to try and find this unit in gameplay so we can take a better look at it. But it's got Rampage like Rune Warrior and Barbarian. But it's got a secondary ability. When played, reveal all stealth enemy units. That's going to be really handy if you're facing a ninja deck right there. It's at a 6/9 stat. I haven't really used this card much, so I can't really tell you my opinions on how good it is and how well it works. So, I mean, we're going to try and find out for ourselves when we play test a bit later in the stream. And finally, for the Vikings, it's another focus spell, Fist of the 5 Gods. This is sort of like the new Lightning Blade, in my opinion. It's a focus, and it deals 5 to an enemy and all connected enemies. It's a 9 gold, so you're basically expected to kind of give a turn on this. But, I mean, what do you think about this, Chase? I mean, I know you've been subjugated to Lightning Blade before. How do you feel about this change?
Well, I mean, now it's not given to the troop or whatever, and it stays. It's just a card itself.
And definitely, I think...
I'd say that's probably better in some ways, because you don't need to be right next to the person. But again, it's now 9 gold, and it's used once, not as many times as that unit attacks.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, so that is the Vikings. Really kind of a lot of focusing on, of course, buffs, freezing, bit of lightning, bit of greed in there, and some focus spells. Moving on to the Crusaders now. Let's start off with Dragon. Well, we don't really need to start off with Dragon Lord. That hasn't really changed at all. Blinding Aura. Give a unit deal 1 damage to nearby enemies and 1 healing to nearby friendly units each turn. What can I start about this card? It's alright for a 2 gold. I think it's definitely useful to just pop it on a unit and that's its ability. You're basically just giving a unit this secondary ability, which is fine. I don't question it. But we'll see how this card plays out. My opinions are kind of scattered on this card. Burning Sun, I don't think that's changed. I don't know. Courthouse, significantly changed. 2 gold, 3 health, it's a rare, it's a construct, and enemy spell cards cost 1 more to play. So, That's definitely that may set back some early game plays if you do this. If you set up your attack, or if you set up a spell use, it could block it. So maybe seeing this card a bit more. Crumbling Archive hasn't changed. Eternal Judgment has not changed. The books have not changed, except they've been giving the flying ability. You probably heard about that when the expansion was first announced, about that mechanic. Excuse me. Last Stand. This was a tournament card. It's now a rare. It's 2 gold. It's sort of similar to its previous Last Stand, but now it's specific to Knights, another archetype. That's 3 we've seen so far. It's a 2/5 stat boost. Definitely useful when you want to get rid of a unit. If you want to just buff your guy. Yeah, maybe seeing that a bit more with the Knight decks. Pacifism. Give a unit +6 health, but its attack is reduced to 0. I would say that's kind of like if... Well, there's actually, I think, some cards that may work with this, and I'll explain that later, but this is just kind of like a health boost. Alright. Plea of Righteousness. Give your knights 1/3, similar to the Last Stand. Kind of a knight buff. So you'll be seeing that card definitely with Knight decks, and since its cost is 2 gold, it can be probably easier to play compared to some of the other cards. Searing Light, not really changed much. I think its healing has been reduced to 3. No big change there. Shroud of the Red Cloaks. Give a target +2 health and draw a card. It's 2 gold. This card, I don't remember. I think it was Cloak of Retribution. I think it used to deal +3. No, it used to. I don't remember. Oh yeah, it used to deal 3 damage for attacks.
The Shroud of Red Cloaks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you get the draw card with it too. So giving it 2 health, I guess, is good. It's some would say like a little boost there. Hello, Uri. Nice you could join us. Just going over some of the cards here, as you can see. The Tarius Files. Chase, you want to handle this one?
Well, that used to be at the library.
Yeah.
And, what, you both draw cards?
Yeah. It looks to be like you kind of bring them both into the hand. Now, that's kind of risky, in my opinion. I mean, adding cards to your opponent's hand freely, I mean, doesn't that kind of just seem like you're giving more power to your opponent if you're already weakened? I mean, what do you think?
That's all about strategy. If you're trying to pull a certain card, and that's the only way that you're going to be able to pull it,
I guess kind of what you have to do.
Go for it.
Alright, well, Tarius Files, you'll probably be seeing that with some Dragon decks, I guess. We'll see what happens with that card. Church, let's see here. Construct, I think it's really been weakened, 3 gold. Heal a random friendly unit or castle for 1 each turn. I guess you could probably see that as a little buff building. I don't really know how it's going to be used in rank, though. We'll see. But nothing really special there. Deflecting Shield. Give a unit immunity until your next turn, but it cannot attack. I would say this is another one of those cards. If you want to save this particular unit, then you probably put your, what was it? You probably want to put this on a unit you want to save. Not really much going on there. Divine Knowledge hasn't changed. Dragon Crest Shield hasn't changed. And here we go. Here's a new card right here. Hasten City Colossus. Chase, you want to take this one?
This guy is a beast. You can have 3 of these out on the field, and no matter which side is placing down monsters, it's still going to gain movement and 3 attack.
Yeah, I would definitely say this may be used in monster decks.